Hey there, I am JB, and in today's episode of Cities Skylines, I would like to end up placing a beautiful airport place right around here. But in order to do that, we're going to need to reach the next milestone, which will not be too hard. We just basically gotta place a lot of houses inside the city, but also want to do something fun, and we're going to do that at the side of the city. Now, I just want to mention the last time we solved this train traffic problem, they don't seem to get stuck anymore since we made these intersections a lot longer, which is outside of the map. We made use of a handy mod called Movement Mod, so we could select all of this, drag it in here, change some stuff and place it back, and I'm very happy with that. Alright, now we also have a lot of space down here. Maybe we're going to do something with that because there is a lot of space, right? We don't want to waste anything. Now, I have learned a very cool little neat thing in Cities Skylines 2 from a video, which is going to help with situations like this. Now, let me just explain you and show you what I mean with this talking. If you would make a one road, so for example, you come off here, and then you just go, make a very long road throughout the hills and place some houses at the side and whatnot. And then you go and up here, you can make some padding in order to, let people walk through the neighborhood. So in my case, in which I'm referring to what is going on right down here, I got a long pathway from the gas station to the big neighborhood. And the thing is, in this game, you can do this, right? And you can do that. But the problem with this is, as long as there are no crosswalks, people are not going to make a complete use of that. So what I mean with that is, people come from here, they're gonna go right around here, make use of this crosswalk, then go down here, and then end up here, right? Or maybe they go here, then here, and then there. Now in Cities Skylines 2, there is something that is super handy. You can choose to make it like this, have it to the road, or you can connect it on the road. And when you connect it on the road, it will automatically create a crosswalk, which you can also delete if you still, don't want that, you made like a little mistake. That is super duper handy. Now the reason why I'm saying that is I wanted to make like a one swirly road into this area, right? It would be nice, make some houses to the side, but I'm also want to keep in mind this pathway, and it's not going to work with, the thing that I'm thinking. It's going to make some sense in a minute also. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to keep in mind to also have crosswalks at the parts where I'm adding this pathway. So in this case, we're just going to select a take it easy road, and this take it easy road, let you start. Wait, there's a bus stop here, no? Yeah, okay, let's just start out here. So we're going to make this guy straight ahead, till something like that. Just a little bit of distance. And then from this area, I would like to swirl around. Now, what would be very nice, and I'm not sure if I can do that though, is turn on the terrain heights. We can. Okay, that's very good, because having the terrain height turned on, you can, have a little bit of play with the terrain and let yourself lead by the terrain. Now, this first road is going to go down here, right, for the lower part. And this is what I mean. Then we can just try to follow the road. And also, nice thing of Cities Skylines 2 is when you, are in this kind of a mode, place the road, stretch it out, it will show you the percentage of going up or down, which is also very nice. This function can take care that it starts to, be a little bit realistic to say. So in this case, we're just going to swirl around for a little bit like that. And then we have to go up like that. And I want to keep a little bit view on the lining down here. Now, since this road is up in close to this road, I just have to see here. Gonna go up like that, and try to pick a line like this. Now we're going to make some between inroads, because like I've been saying, the pathway can only really be done if... Yeah, okay, let's just doing something wrong here. I don't want it to be stretched out too far. Gonna try it again. Let's try and see if we can keep it with this line here. So it is not completely working out, but I'm just gonna take it. Yeah, let's just try to follow the line here for a bit. And then I'm getting really close to the other road again. Now it is only a shame that if I would select this one, it turns stuff off. I really wish in this game it would just leave that alone. And I'll guess one more could do. I want to get too close to the highway. I want it to be enough, and then from here we're going to make like a nice swirl corner and just connect it up right around here. Right, so that will be that. Now, you know, you can see this is quite realistic. It goes slowly but surely up, which is very nice with a realistic type of deal here. Now, I just have to see what I'm going to do with this. I think I would like to have it. Yeah, then it's... Maybe this is okay. I guess what we could do here, instead of... You're just going to go straight instead of just, you know, corner-ish. And then I hope that this will kind of look okay, maybe. You know, it keeps being a little bit of a thing to get this all done the correct way. But I do agree with this swirly stuff. You know what? I'm going to change my mind here. Because I rather want it to look a little bit good than funky to say. Yeah, I like this a lot more. Okay, so then this road down here is just gonna go from this part that. Alright, beautiful. Okay, so in this case, we can now also create certain... I wanted to say intersections, right? With... In this case, it would be fine to have this right down here. So people can go here and have here like a crosswalk and whatnot. But this here is a problem. Now what we can do, since we have a little bit of spacing left, is we could say, let's just create a little between in road here. Now that creates crosswalks. And then this is just going to be a dead end. And with a dead end, I wish I could add in a roundabout. Like, it's Cities Skylines 2, you just plop a roundabout here, and then it would be so nice if around the roundabouts you have an option to place some more houses. It's just like the Grove Street type of idea. But what we might be able to do to just create a little bit of something is just do this, that. So we have like two houses here to, you know, close off this look. Alright, so then we have a nice intersection crosswalk right down here. And then we can also just say, you know, let's go from this angle here. Bit swirly that way. Let me see here. How about like this? That behind the house. Going to connect it up a little bit backwards. Let's do this. I don't want to destroy too much. Yeah, this is gonna be a smaller house. Well, in this case, we now got this guy right around here. Alright, so we need to do that a couple more times. So in this case, we can also just say, you know, let's just add in a piece of road like that. And, you know, this house will do for that area. Then, oh yeah, then this pathway is gonna destroy that. Oh, I'm just gonna take it. So we're just going to do this one here and that one there. I really wish we could keep that. Now the thing is, yes, I could go underneath the ground, I could go above the ground, but I just find that a little bit looking odd to say. And yes, this looks weird too. But that is just this so much nicer about Cities Skylines 2, is that you can create crosswalks. And then right around there. Alright, beautiful. Very odd looking type of deal, but it does the job for what we need to do here. Now, what we can also do, I guess, is we could go to parks, if I can find that here. At the park, there should be parking lots. Maybe we can just add in a parking lot at the end of that road. Or sometimes you got like family visiting, you need like extra parking spaces. And this kinda could do the job for that. Why not? And then you have the path where you can go to each level. I think that is not too bad of an idea here. Alright, so in this case, I believe I'm going to do some of this. There we have it, a nice swirl all over the place. So in this case, I'm just going to fill in the blank. And I'm going to do the same on this side, and then I'll be back. And there we freaking have it. Metropolis. Now we have planes, airports, and another tile to unlock. Alright, that is fantastic. Now the only problem I'm struggling a little bit with is, you know, all of these commercial zones need like high educated people, and I think I go like too fast and really dropping stuff down. All neighborhoods here, all neighborhoods right around into this area. It looks kind of cool though. But yeah, if you go too fast, people won't have time to educate. I also placed another like facility area, as I like to call it, right around here with all of the needs people are going to need, from little school to high school, university, elder care, child daycare. A little police station, fire station, medical clinic, and something to burn bodies. And yeah, I really like this, to have the elder care here, because, you know, all the people can look out the window, look at the trains, and see if you want to go along. Alright, so in this case, this is going to stay as it is for right now, because we're going to focus on the airport, and this will just slowly but surely do his thing, I guess. Now, just for a moment, I do want to mention that I think the city, as in high-rise, is kind of slash is enough. Because I also noticed the more high-rise stuff I build, the more busy it becomes. It's, you know, a logical thing, but trying to fill in everything with high-rise is not really going to happen. So I'm choosing to, you know, do some low housing right down here, and also for right down here. And the office zone, I'm just going to expand it slowly but surely this way. I want to try to keep a little bit of traffic free, and then just continue commercial zone to this area. I just have to see. Alright, I just have to see, because people are having so much trouble, you know, filling this in, even though it's looks like it's getting less and less right now. Anyways, last thing, I've also decided to make like a, you know, a low education industry right around here in this area, which I believe at first I wanted to make it in office zones, but, you know, I got enough space for office zones. Alright, enough about that. Time for a beautiful airport right around into this area. It is off the land, and, or, you know, now I'm at it. Let's also unlock the tile. Now, I'm pretty sure that I want to go, you know, for this project, something small, something cozy, and rather than this one, and then, you know, whatever comes after that. I'm just going to do this one first, and I would just like to take a small, tiny little look at it. Quite a unique area, though. I have a train passing through, which is super duper nice. We're going to definitely make use of that. Yeah, no. Nothing. You can suggest stuff, but this is going to be a little fun project though. I just don't want to play this anymore. I do want to play it, don't get me wrong, but I don't, you know, since Cities Skylines use on the doorsteps, I'm like, oh man, I want to play that game so bad. It's going to be such a different experience, because, you know, the unlock system is different. The way how people work, think, require stuff, homeless people, its expansion, building look realistic, the roading is just super duper cool. It is definitely, you know, going to be an amazing thing. Alright, first things first, I would like to get rid of this hill for a little bit. Now I'm going to try something different here. I'm going to turn this guy on. And I would, no, you know what, just don't do that. Just don't go for the hard way. Let's go for lesser hard way. The thing is, I wanted to load the roads until, you know, this kind of a height, but I'm afraid that it doesn't go very well. Now the land, let me just see, this seems to be like a nice height. Oh god, gonna do that. Yeah, slash is. Right, slash is. And this road though, I want to lower it. This, so far it's, you know, it's still okay. Like this. Okay. Oh, what is happening? Oh, wait, that is the, yep. Shouldn't be touching the middle mouse button. Let me just see here. A little bit up. Ah, I meant the right mouse button. There we go. This is fixed right now. Let me just get this road a little bit done. With that, I'm going to zoom and then like that. I just want to see if it's kind of okay. It is kind of okay. Just raise it for a bit. I just wish this angle stuff would be better. Now, the best thing about Cities Skylines 2 is also angling stuff is way better. It's way more smoother. You can, it's not going to be choppy like this anymore. So that is very good. Now I want to smooth this out for just a little tiny bit. Okay, we have now a nice flat little area down here, and I'm going to try and see if I can implement one of these. Now, Cities Skylines 2, ooh, they have a lot of choice. If it's about intersections, there we go. That's a lot of deep stuff. Can I not just raise it? No, I can't. You know what? I'm going to do something dangerous. I'm going to try and see if I can fix something myself. You know what? That is fine. Now, one other thing that I also mentioned is that this down here is not the greatest. So I'm going to just redo it, because we're also going to make some extra lines towards the airport. I'm going to make a separate line for that. You know, I'll guess this a lot better. Alright, let me see here. Now, what would be also nice if, gonna work, if I could do this, right? I'll have it go underneath like that. Then from here, have to be very careful. Okay, let me just take a little look. This train has a distance of that, of a length of that. Okay, let me just redo this because it doesn't feel okay. Yeah, I should start out. I wish I could start out there. Yeah, okay, I can. Then let's just put this guy right around here. Let's just straighten it out for like that, and then just redo what we just did. How about go straight for a little bit? Man, I really wish I could be a little bit better with this whole training type of deal. But in this case, what is most important is this big fellow. It must be placed along the roadside, which kind of sounds logic. I would love to have it, you know, along a little bit with the river and all the train stuff. So what I'm going to do here is just going to need to be super duper perfect. Alright, how about we just fix this road like that. Alright, this is the first thing that we are adding here. I need to keep in mind that it's, you know, I need a train station, I need a couple of other things. And then we just connect this up like this, right? Beautiful, makes a lot of sense. Like that, turn it around. You know, we all have that wish that we could just straighten this out instead of just, you know, this cornery stuff. Now, I do believe, once again, in Cities Skylines 2, should be way better. Alright, so it goes around, that is perfect. Now, the one thing that I wish I would understand better is the way how this tool works. Now, of course, there is a whole manual with a lot of reading and a lot of stuff to be done, which I rather would like to watch a video showing how it's done. I wish I could just tighten this out all to, for example, with this guy. So I'm just holding shift. It seems like this, yeah, it seemed like that was selected as last. I would like to put it like this. Doesn't work. It just doesn't want it. Okay, it does work. I think you understand how to use the tool now. So you just select it all, then you click on that thing, and then you hold shift and click on this one, as in everything needs to be like this guy. Oh, I wish I knew that earlier. But yeah, this is a lot better. I don't want it to go down, which in this case, I can now make this look good. Hold the mouse button and fill in the blank. You know, this is fine. This is fine. Ah, yeah, look at that. Right, very good. And maybe, let's just go along the edge here. Just a little bit more land, right? It almost feels like else it will be like a landsliding thing. Let's just very carefully spread this stuff out at the bottom of the whole show. So it's like lesser hilly, less steep to say, and a little bit more secured. What are you talking about? Now, I feel like, can we experiment with this? So what if I click this and it kinda does it? What about that? Yeah, almost. I mean, it's getting there, right? Just a matter of experimenting and playing around with that. Alright, so enough talking about that. What I would like to do right now is add in another one of these type of deal. And what I am going to look for is the parking lot. And at the front, at least, I would like to have... I thought so. No, I don't want to move it much. I just want to place it myself there so I don't have to mess around with little inches and centimeters. Okay, that is fine. Now, what I would like to do here is I want to make use of good padding. Right, like that around it. And also what I would like to do is, can I please have a little cooperation and then go up? Nope. I guess this needs to be a minimal of like 2, and then we can go up. Then we can go down, and then down. Oh, slope to steep. Alright, let's do it 3. Up, up, down. Okay, this is what I want. I don't want people to especially wait for, you know, until the traffic says, okay, you can go. Now, what might... you're right. After redoing it, this is a lot better. It looks, you know, a lot more satisfying. Now, at the end, I want to make another part, and then at the end, I will just lower the whole show. But first thing that I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to add in another section like that, and another section like that. Get rid of these guys. Now, the airport will be turned around. So the whole landing strip will be on this side between in the roads, and I want to make on and off kind of a little bit of a separate thing, so not together, but something here and something there goes around it. And I want to make sure that the road goes underneath the landing strip, or at least at the end or at the start it goes underneath the ground or something like that. Right, so in this case, let's just place this and let's just place that. For this, I'm going to need to have another 4. So that will be that. That's going to be like that. Right. Then we can place another section of this. Yes. And that. Beautiful. Have another section of parking lots. Like that. Also going to another one of these. Place another one of those at the side. So now, this moment, this looks like this. Ginormous parking lot. Some pathways between in here and there. That's how I like it. And ooh, slope is too steep. Oh no, I didn't think about that. You know, I thought it would be a very good solution. The only problem I'm having is that I do not understand for any second at all what in the world is going on down here. If I zoom in even closer, I don't see it. It might have something to do with this. Let me just see that. Let me just do a little test. Now you could say, but hey, what is going on underneath the ground? Well, it is all connected up, and yes, I did check out the arrows. Okay, so that doesn't solve it, because sometimes multiple icons combined with one will show like something is wrong. Okay, so now we look at this, right? The arrows are facing all the same way until here. Perfect. These arrows all face the same way until here. Perfect. Can anyone explain me what in the world is going on down here? Anyone? Me, not either. Alright, I just don't know. I can also... Is it now solved? It's still there. What is going on? And so, ladies and gentlemen, after a lot of stressful minutes, I finally got it done. Now, I still don't know what is up with this. Maybe it's an error or whatever, because if I would look at the traffic, it just goes where it needs to go. I don't know. Maybe it's just a bug, or I've really not done anything weird to it. And I can swear the cars are really moving this way. And these cars are moving that way. I don't see any despawning or crazy stuff. Yeah, anyways, they can go off here and take this road. It's a roundabout type of deal, which I just decided I wanted to have that. So it's a little bit easier connecting the highway and stuff up. Now, the only problem, why is it a stressful minute? Because for whatever reason, if I went here and pressed one lower and tried to go around, it was kept being blocked. You know, even though it is already lower than the road itself, I had to play around. As you can see, it's just ridiculous. I also think there is a maximum amount of going low. There is a point you cannot go lower. And I think when the hill goes up or down, it also obstructs what you want to do. If that makes any sense what I'm saying. Because down here, it is lower than down here on top. So if I can basically show it with this, I believe. Yeah, so if I got max down here already and then tried to go straight here, I can't. Because from the top, from here to the bottom, it's higher than top and the bottom. I'm not sure if it makes any sense though, but it gave me a bit of trouble. Anyways, our airport is here and it is looking beautiful. Yeah, so let's see what is going to happen with that. Now, another thing that I would quickly like to do is I would like to, you know, create a little bit of a barrier. And just for the sake of making things look a little bit nice, I'm just going to first of all turn this off because it is testing my patience. I'm going to put this right down here, right? And I'm going to make it straight until the half pops up. Because the thing is, I don't need too much space on this side as I got on that side. This is just to be sure that animals and people and whatnot getting onto the track. Now, I wish I checked out how much that was. Maybe I can just do that again. Okay, that is 4 pieces, because on the other side I would like to do the same. This is just, let's just say, general rule. It needs to be minimal size for an airport to be standard regulation, whatever you want to call it. And on this way, there is also a little bit of space for the airplane to get off the track if need, because, you know, sometimes those things happen. And I really had to think about what happened in Italy. Once a jet fighter or whatever that thing was, it crashed on the landing track and then it flew through a fence, and behind the fence there was this piece of roading. That was really bad. So in this case also, that's why I wanted to take care that it didn't pass the road just about. I wanted to, you know, it can crash, it can go a little bit here. There's a little bit of a hill going on, and behind here there's going to be trees. All these trees are going to catch up the debris. Yes, there might be a fire going on, but I'm pretty sure it's safe enough. Which I'm thinking of it. Let's just create a little bit of a fencing down here. Like that. Safety regulations. And down here, it doesn't really have to be, but let's just do it anyways. First, that's sometimes also a problem. But you start out through right down here. That. Beautiful. Alright, now the one other thing I'm going to do is create another train line. And this train line starts from here, and then... where in the world are we gonna go? Well, we're just going to go here. Basically, just go everywhere. Just like that. And you might have not seen a lot of it, but this is the orange line. Okay, that is fine by me. I'm gonna keep it orange. And yeah, then we're gonna have some training going on down here. Now, the last thing that I would like to do is just, you know, boost this area up. You know, safety regulations. Keep that in mind. Trees are here to catch up stuff. Oh god, how's the city looking? I haven't been looking at this forever. Now, as you can see on this screenshot, I was actually busy between the last episode and this episode where I was just building stuff and, you know, doing all kinds of things, and I didn't keep in mind to take a look at the city for a while. So at some point I looked up to the city and it was full of criminality, abandoned houses, sick people and whatnot, so I had to actually start to save and yep, redo things over. Now, long story short, I just want to show you that this is actually the first roundabout that I have created. It's not the roundest roundabout, but it works because the traffic was going from here all the way up to right around here. And oh boy, it seemed like sooner or later we're going to add another roundabout there. Anything else just seemed to work fine. Alright, I love it. Okay, the one thing that I didn't kept in mind is this stuff. But it kind of seems like slash is that it's okay. Now I really want to add this in because I want to be sure that if an airplane goes near the track, it kind of be catched up by whatever this is going to be in our fantasy. Going to be safety stuff. People have been doing, oh god, I don't like that. You know what? Change plans, never mind. Never mind. You want to have some fun? Nope, you're not going to have. I mean, I guess I could do something, but more careful, you know, more precisely, instead of just all over the place. Certain things just works as it works, I guess. Like this, a little bit like this, maybe tiny touch like that. Don't have to, you know, go to Tokyo with this. If anyone is wondering why am I saying Tokyo, well, because from my area, Tokyo is very far away. Right, so this should work. Just a little bit of breaking down stuff. Sometimes you see that in mountains too, when for the truckers they have to brake too much and, you know, they're having trouble to balance the braking out, or the truck is being old or whatever. They have like these endings for them to drive into, so the truck will slowly being, you know, break down, and mostly this type of deal is also going to go up again while road itself of course goes down. You know, yeah, something like this goes up. Right, beautiful. Yeah, we just have like a nice little airport here in the middle of the forest and stuff. All those trees and bushes and wildlife is, you know, blocking the sounds towards the busy city. City doesn't have any complaints about this. We got this road. I kind of like it though, having this go underneath here. Except this is still dangerous. Maybe something to keep in mind for the future to avoid. In general, I am happy. I haven't seen a train though. There you are. Beautiful. Now, what I also like about Cities Skylines too, there's going to be taxis. Maybe I could have, well, I want to say a bus line to here, but the distance is so much. This is the most take it easy airport in the world. Right, and people making good use of these walking bridges. Now, there is one little last thing that I would like to do if I can select this. Cool. I know. I am calmed down. Okay, so yeah, like I wanted to say, there's one last thing I want to do. This footbridge is just, holy moly, what a people. It's just way too high, right? I don't know, I think it has been chilling out with Snoop Dogg or whatever. Well, let me just see here. It should be high enough for a truck to go underneath. You know, I think this will do. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Alright, beautiful, beautiful. So if any one of you know like what is going on down here, even though things seem to be fine, then you can let me know down below in the comment section, and then it's going to be exciting in the next episode. Are we going to finish off the city and we're going to unlock the next aisle, or will there be some other trouble? Alright, you guys, can you please go to school and then fill in the blank here, because Man, this is taking forever. Taking forever. Oh, this neighborhood looks nice. I like that.